Thomas was found lying, almost exhausted, on the side of the road. He was injured, disoriented, and his suffering was obvious. From the moment he was rescued, our team knew that he had been through a terrible ordeal. Now, we are appealing to the public to help us understand what happened to this little survivor, as initial tests have revealed a worrying possibility: severe trauma to the head, as if he had been brutally hit by a heavy object. The first few days in the hospital were marked by uncertainty. Our veterinary team named him Thomas, and it was he who took the next step. On the second day, despite all the pain, he stood up, almost as if to prove to himself and to all of us that he was determined to live and leave everything behind. Despite still being weak, Thomas accepted water and food, responding to the attentive care of the veterinary team. He continued to amaze us, and that simple act of standing up brought new hope. On the fourth day, Thomas underwent a series of detailed tests. The scan revealed bone fractures in the right hemisphere of his brain, the result of a deep and difficult-to-treat injury, as well as serious damage to the right orbital region, permanently threatening his vision. The injuries were delicate and inoperable, but Thomas responded well to initial treatment, which gave us hope. A consultation was held between our veterinarians and the specialists at the UC Davis Veterinary Hospital, who decided on the only possible solution to alleviate his suffering: a craniotomy. Aiming to remove the bone fragments that were pressing on his brain and causing severe neurological symptoms, the surgery was complex but essential. On the 8th day, Thomas was taken to the operating room, where the team carefully removed the damaged tissue and bone fragments, resulting in a visible brain defect. Despite this, Thomas's youth and the brain's ability to regenerate itself gave us hope for a good recovery. The following days showed how strong and determined Thomas was. He overcame one challenge each day, and finally, on the 15th day, he was strong enough to leave the hospital. The Freedom Walk was a thrilling experience for everyone who accompanied him. Seeing Thomas leave the hospital, taking in the world around him with a new sparkle in his eyes, was a true triumph. He was welcomed by his adoptive family and immediately explored the nature of his new environment. There, he felt safe and surrounded by care and love. By the 20th day, Thomas was already playing with ropes, rolling, tangling, and trying to get free, demonstrating an active and healthy behavior, something almost unbelievable for those who knew him in the first few days. He was beginning to feel like he belonged, and his recovery seemed promising. Still under medical supervision, on the 22nd day, tests showed that he was continuing to recover steadily. Each small improvement was a victory for Thomas, who now walked well on a leash and showed curiosity in meeting other people and animals. After 2 months of recovery, the long-awaited moment finally arrived. Thomas found a forever family. A kind-hearted woman decided to adopt Thomas, and he found a forever home. Now named Otis, he was growing quickly and transforming from a traumatized puppy into a happy and lively dog. Otis even recovered part of the reflexes in his left eye, something everyone considered unlikely. And more than that, he found a new passion: running freely in the grass, feeling the wind and freedom he always dreamed of. Otis gained a new family, a loving home, and 2 new canine friends who accepted him with the affection and patience he so desperately needed. His confidence and resilience became an example for all of us. Now, he is the dog with gangly legs and a young spirit, always ready to explore, play, and spread joy. The story of Otis, the Thomas who lived, shows us how much it is possible to transform lives. He faced and overcame the worst, finding a happy ending and a family that loves him unconditionally. Everyone who helped him was essential to this story, and we deeply thank everyone who was part of Otis's life, supporting him until he could finally be just a happy dog.